You're trapped inside. It's a stressful time. But it's also an opportunity to learn some new stuff, including any programming languages you've had your eye on. When the Great Plague of London was going around in 1665, Cambridge University shut down, and Isaac Newton was forced to stay home. During this time, he invented calculus, parts of optic theory, and allegedly, while sitting in his garden, he saw an apple fall from a tree that inspired his understanding of gravity and laws of motion. However, the changing dynamics will require developers to learn the new age technologies. Students and job seekers can use the lockdown time to learn new programming skills that will have a high demand post-lockdown. While there are dozens of programming languages to learn, the following are seen popular, with lots of accompanying documentation. Not only are they fun to learn, but they could also boost your job prospects. 1. Python. The open-source programming language is an easy-to-learn the language. Python follows a simple, easy-to-use syntax. The programming language is used for developing critical applications in data science and advanced areas like artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, ML. Python enables you to write software programs in fewer lines of code than the most programming language. Availability of various libraries and frameworks is another reason behind the growing popularity of Python. 2. Java, the workhorse of programming. With the philosophy, write once, work anywhere, it's very popular with businesses looking to make sure their applications have a consistent user experience. Java programs should be able to run over a network, without it mattering what operating system the user is running. Java has been applied in numerous fields, some of which are scientific applications, banking and financial services, web and mobile development, and desktop development. It's also widely used for Android applications, which is likely why, in the past, it's always been our top contender. 3. Go, programming language. Go is also called Golang, is an open-source and procedural programming language, built by Google. Most of the Silicon Valley companies prefer this programming language, and it is the next demand to learn languages, planned by many skilled developers. They are used to develop a core framework, and the language is reliable, which is easy to understand. This also supports environment adopting patterns, and the programs are assembled using packages. That's according to the results of a survey of over 16,655 developers from 76 countries, carried out by Hacker Earth. The survey finds that 32% of experienced developers pick Go as the programming language they want to learn, well ahead of Python, which 24% say they want to learn. 4. R programming language. The programming language is used for statistical computing and data visualization. It is one of the most popular programming languages for data science. Developers use it for both structured and unstructured data. R offers various features that set it apart from the other languages. Since it is a vector language, you can add functions to a single vector, without putting in a loop. This makes it great for carrying out complex calculations. 5. Ruby on Rails. The 15-years-old programming language is 12th most popular according to Stack Overflow survey. It may not be best for back-end web app, but ideal for building apps that require rapid iterations. It is easier to write scalable programs using ROR. The language has great integration with Python. The simplicity of code makes it easy to learn and understand. The programming language has a massive support community. Ruby on Rails is still the most widely used framework among professional developers. 6. JavaScript TypeScript. If you're studying JavaScript, you might as well devote some time to TypeScript, a superset of JavaScript that's enjoying a boost in popularity. As with Python, TypeScript is succeeding in part because of patterns. You need to know, not only JavaScript, but several of the currently hot JavaScript frameworks, Node, JS, Vue, React, Angular, etc. These frameworks are used by top companies. 7. Swift programming language. Swift is a general-purpose, open-source, compiled programming language developed by Apple. So, if you love using iOS apps and want to develop native iOS or Mac apps, then Swift is the one for you.
It is influenced by Python, which makes it fast, secure, easy to read, and most importantly easy to learn.
Swift language is applied for Apple app development and software development. 8. Kotlin programming language. A Google-endorsed now currently, the most loved programming language. Kotlin was originally developed by JetBrains, which is fully operable with Java and comes with no limitations. It also supports functional programming languages. The application of Kotlin is for Android, web development, desktop development, and also server-side development. Being a newly launched programming language, Kotlin has found usage in some big companies like Coursera, Uber, Pinterest, and Postmates. The internet is full of resources to get started with the languages. You can join an e-learning program, or download free e-books. There are many top programming languages out there to look, and new ones are rising continually.